Live shopping isn't just a trend, it's the retail revolution, and Spree is leading the way. We're here to show businesses the magic of using video and social media to skyrocket sales and expand their audience. At Spree, we're all about making your sales savvy and your connections rock solid. So let's dive in and make your retail dreams come true.
Hello and welcome to today's webinar. We are in the studio of Let's Go Live, joined today by Morten and Mike from Let's Go Live. I'm your host Jens from Spree, and what we're going to talk about today is all about video content production and what kind of equipment you're going to want to use to get different results when you're going live or just generally broadcasting video. But first of all, we want to know a little bit more about who our hosts are today, the co-hosts here. So we have, as I mentioned, Morten and Mike from Let's Go Live. Could you guys tell a little bit more about Let's Go Live so our audiences know a little bit more about you?
For sure. Yeah, so as you said, Jens, and my name is Morten, and we are from Let's Go Live. It's a live agency here in Denmark. We have been working with live shopping for the past 3 years. So we are specialized in these productions. We help with everything from making the program, marketing plan, to actually going to the site, filming the whole production. You'll see our setup later. And then we, of course, do that for many different companies.
You are the pros in the game. So can you tell a little bit more about what you do specifically at Let's Go Live? So if Mike, you want to start?
Yeah, like Morten said, we are doing like a lot of stuff. We just in general help people succeed with their live shopping, and so we help with managing like the whole campaign for them, both from the beginning with ads and the program and planning what you would do, how do we keep customers' attention on social medias, and all the way to the end where people have been shopping and it have been a successful live, and how do we make sure that we get the customers back again to our next live.
And would it be fair to say, Mike, that you're the tech whiz?
Yeah, I do a lot of tech here.
That's why it would be great to hear your insights today. But yeah, we want to just unpack a little bit about video content production. So this whole topic of what equipment do you need? Because it can be a jungle to navigate for people who don't know. So there is this idea, at least, that when you go live, all you need is a ring light and a cell phone, and you can just pop on Facebook or Instagram Live and just start recording. And I would say technically you could.
You could. It is an option, and some do that.
Exactly. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know if you agree with me, gentlemen, but there's a world of difference between the final result that you put out depending on what equipment you have. So while a cell phone and a ring light might be okay at in some contexts, we're going to unpack like what intention you have with your broadcast and what equipment you need to achieve that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's all about the intention. Now, the way we're going to structure this tech showcase is we're breaking it up into different tiers. So different packages of where you want to, what equipment you'll need to get certain outputs. So let's call it different budgets and different tiers of equipment. So what we want to do now, gents, is to just go through 3 different levels of equipment that you need to get certain outcomes. So, Morten, if you want to tell us a little bit more about the first level, what we can call the budget-friendly version. Yeah,
exactly. And you said before that like you can do it with a ring light, and of course that's our number 1 tier. So we've brought a ring light here, and as you said, you can actually go live just with a ring light using the Spree host app. It's super simple. It is basic. It's for those who don't want that many opportunities, but just want one single camera angle where you can go live, sell products, or show something for your audience. With a ring light, you get the nice light. You get a camera stand. It's easy to do, but of course you can also upgrade it just a little bit. So I know this is the budget one, but we can upgrade it just a little bit. As you can see right now, we are wearing some microphones, and just to upgrade this small setup a little bit, You could add some microphones just to make the sound a bit better. This means I could walk further away from the iPhone, but still have the great sound. I just quickly want to show you the difference between using this microphone and just using a normal microphone on an iPhone. So if we now start a recording, then you can also see it on your screen. But now I'm talking directly to the camera, and you should be able to hear that it is a bit different from using this microphone. So of course we will now turn this off and switch back to the best microphones.
Awesome.
Yeah, so this is the budget solution, and it's great if you just want to get started and you just want to test it out.
Yeah, and it's the simplest setup. And if we had to give just a ballpark of how much it would cost, well, what would you say? Just
including the microphones, you could do it for 350 euros.
Okay.
Then you could get started. Yeah.
That's fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
And you actually spoke a little bit about the intention when you have this simplest setup.
Yeah.
Who do you think this is for?
This could be for the local shop who wants to try out live shopping for the first time, who want to go live in the shop, presenting some, it could be clothes, it could be wine, many different things, but where you just want one simple camera angle, you want it to be super simple, maybe you're not that technical, so you just want to go live and tell the story about your company, about the products for your audience.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I think it's fair to call this maybe the entry level.
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, so let's say you want to get a bit more advanced with your production. You want to get a bit better image quality. You want to get better sound. You want to get better visuals. Where do we take us to the next tier? So what does that look like?
Like the next tier that we would suggest is a mirrorless camera, like this one, and get some bigger lights. That also means that you can actually go around in a bigger area. If you maybe have bigger products or wanna go around, maybe also go around in your store, or maybe you're in e-commerce and you already have like a mirrorless camera in your content production, then you could use that to really go live in a nice way. So you could upgrade it a bit, and then of course also add the microphones like these ones, and then you'll get a much higher quality and also potentially use that for content afterwards and before. So by raising the quality a bit, you can actually use the content for a lot more. Yeah.
And just to point out as well, this mirrorless camera is actually similar to what we're shooting this recording with, right?
Exactly.
So this is sort of the image quality that you can upgrade to with a mirrorless camera. But with these lights, I'm just curious. So you're going from a ring light to these lights. How does that change the image quality, would you say?
It is, these give a much softer light. So the skin tone would be nicer, and also gives light to a bigger area, enlighten a bigger area. So it gives more possibilities for.
And I think another great reason why you should buy these is because you can get light from different angles at the same time, which means if you're just using a ring light, you get like light from one angle, so you can be a bit black somewhere, and with this you will be lightened up everywhere.
And eliminating the shadows. So
exactly.
So so by upgrading, and you could do that for maybe 1,500 euros. You could get a pretty good setup. So, and if you already have like a mirrorless camera in your content production, then it's of course cheaper. So
there you go. So a bit of an investment, but you get significantly better quality out of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Jens, I promised you to let the viewers know that you can get a discount code today, because we sell ring lights and we sell these lights that you can see behind Mike. And today you can get a 20% discount with the code SPREE20.
SPREE20, and these are products that you use yourselves, right? In the production of your content. So really good use case there. Now I want to just ask one more in this mid tier, if we can call it that.
Yeah.
Who is this for, would you say?
I think this is for the brand. yeah, actually, the brand who has like some content already where they want to achieve like a certain visual outcome, like they have this, yeah, brand colors and way of expressing themselves, and you can achieve that also on live, because we know that live streams, they are very authentic, and in this way you can be more professional and still be authentic on your live. So it's a really nice way to show off your brands as you do on live. That is like a perfect way of telling the story of your brand to the customers.
And I think you guys mentioned this already. You can also kind of capture more space. You can show off more things than. Whereas with a ring light and a phone, you're a bit restricted to just that narrow camera angle, right?
Exactly. And then we've seen quite a few people like starting with the basic setup and then upgrading to this when they've done maybe 5-10 lives, because they figure out now they know the setup, they know how it all works, and they're ready to take on the next thing, the next level.
Cool.
Yeah.
So we've advanced from the budget beginner entry level stage to the mid stage. So we're already seeing a significant improvement just with a few adjustments, introducing a little bit more equipment. But I want to know, and I think the audience wants to know as well, what if you want to go all out? You want to get that top-notch quality of a professional production. So the third stage that we're going to talk about today, which is what we'll show you in a short second, when you really want to up the quality, you want to give off the impression to your audience that you're serious and you want to align it with your brand identity of being not luxury, but let's say high quality brand. So if we go to the third stage over here,
let's do that.
Right, the viewers here, what can you guys tell us about the third tier?
So this is part of the setup that we normally use. We've brought some of it with us. That's everything from the graphics to the sound, everything. And I think, Mike, maybe you can go a bit more into detail. As you mentioned, Jens, he is the technical wizard.
Yeah, the technical whiz.
Yeah. So we use this setup because it gives a lot of possibilities, and we work with a lot of different brands. So the best way to show off the brand, show off the products is and the services is different from customers to customer. So this is why we have made them, as we call it, the most flexible setup. So we have everything from custom graphics, overlays, interaction graphics, and like endless possibilities with the graphics that we show. So how to engage the customers.
And at least also so we can make it in the brand colors matching the company.
Yeah, exactly. So we have the graphics, then we have like multiple camera angles, but also the possibilities to interview people from around the world, different cities, and maybe you collaborate with an influencer, and maybe that influencer can't be there physically, but then we can make a remote call or get a drone up, if that's what makes sense in that campaign or live. And also we have the sound, so upgraded different versions like a handheld microphone or a lavalier, and this also makes it possible to go very far away and on multiple floors. So if we are in a store that we sometimes are, we can actually go around the whole store and show all products, all areas, everything. So it gives a lot of flexibility, and then we can stream to multiple platforms in multiple ways and with different content. Also, if maybe you want to stream something to Instagram or something else to TikTok or Facebook, then that's also possible. And then we get the absolute best light and the softest light. So products looks amazing, almost like, or actually just like if they are on these product shoots that some of you maybe are doing when you launch new products. So you can actually get that on a live.
So just to bring the viewer a bit more into this because this looks like a monstrosity, and I have no idea like how this works. So could you tell us just a bit about why would you want to use like this? These are called softbox lights, if I'm not mistaken. Why would you want to use this?
Yeah, you want to use a softbox light because it gives the softest light.
And that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, that's a very good thing. And if you have multiple of them, you'll eliminate the shadows because when I stand in front of this and this is bigger than me, then it casts light around me and then eliminates the shadows. So, and it makes you really stand out.
So what you're saying is it makes you prettier.
Yeah. Good.
It makes you look better in front of the camera.
And even though you have so many possibilities and it looks so good, you still have the live format, so you can still make it authentic, even though it looks professional. And that is why we take this setup with us out to the customers, because the authenticity is more of how you do the live, like the content that you bring with you, or the way you present the products. And this is just to enhance that story you tell your customers on your live. Yeah.
And I would say sometimes people are a bit like surprised or overwhelmed when we get out the first time with all the setup, and they're like, wow, do we need this much? But I think the reason why we bring this equipment is because of the possibilities it makes and creates. Because when we go live, we create the program together and we get these many ideas and we want to like make it into a real thing. So that's the reason why we bring out all this equipment. It is so we can do all the things we want. I remember when we were live with the Danish football team, we had a quiz where one of the answers, only one person could give us the answer, and that is a Danish music artist, but he couldn't be there. So we gave him a FaceTime call during the live where he could like tell the answer directly to the football players, which was a great way to do it.
Really cool effect to have in that. Now, obviously, this is a lot of equipment to wrap your head around, but just to emphasize the fact that while you could get all this and try to operate it yourselves, one part of why it's cool to be talking to you guys today is because you actually help customers, companies who want to achieve this high level of quality, and you go to their stores on site and bring all this equipment to kind of deliver that full service to them as well, right? So that's really awesome. Now, I think it'll be really cool because we've already shown what the first level looks like when Morten press record on the phone, so that should be visible to you guys. And you kind of know what the second tier looks like because we have a mirrorless camera right here. But what we're going to put it on the screen now, I think would be really cool to show one of you guys' productions that you've done with the full setup, just so that the viewers can kind of see that. And we're going to show an example of that on the screen right now.
Frisk hendes makeup op. Ja, I love this. Får vi 5 forskellige farver, så.
Okay, cool. So that hopefully gives everyone a really good idea of these different tiers. But just to wrap up on the third one here. So I want to just circle back really quickly to the intention of someone who wants to achieve this. So why would someone want to go to this level? What is sort of the mindset that they would have to want to go the distance here? Like, who is this for?
Yeah. It is for brands, retailers, companies who want to do a bit more. Like technically it can be because you have a big store and you want to show the store because the products are all over the store. So you want to walk around, show them. But also people invest in it because we help with the program, the marketing. We work with this on a daily basis, so we know what works. So it's not just the technical part, it's a full service. That's the reason why people invest in it. Yeah.
And let's say you were to invest in all of this equipment yourselves, what would that look like? I know that's probably a huge ballpark, but if just to give an idea of what this would cost if you were to buy all of this yourself.
I would say approximately, like, it's scalable. So you can start a bit smaller than this and then scale up. That's also the nice part of this setup. You can just get multiple microphones when you need it, or lights and so on. But if you start out with 5,000 euro, I would say, then you have the starting point of this setup, and then you can of course scale it.
Yeah, I really like the point you made about scaling, right? Because these are 3 packages that we've kind of helped to contextualize things, but all of this is upgradable in small increments, right? You can adjust the lighting a bit. You can improve the sound, the camera. It doesn't have to be in these particular boxes, but I think there's a helpful way to think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, I was really glad that we could get through the 3 tiers. That was really what we wanted to showcase for the viewers today. But I also want to just quickly bring up, because we are in the AI boom right now, and a lot of people use AI to kind of enhance their video content production. So I just want to ask you guys, do you know of any tools that you could use to kind of make your work easier when you're doing content production?
I know that it's for live videos. It's still in the start of doing these AI things. But I know for preparing the lives, you could use like ChatGPT or Notion AI or some of these to help make a nice live concept for your brand, like brainstorming. And then afterwards, there are multiple video AI tools that you could use to get the most out of your live content. So maybe split it up and, oh, this part is the most engaging one, and let's make a short of that, or a YouTube reel, or make content into the event that you could, make sure that you keep your customers engaged.
What are some of these tools called?
It's like there's Opus Clip or
Opus Clip.
Captions, or
Captions is one we've been used quite a while. And I think your point, Mike, with using the content afterwards is great, because when you've done a live on 45-50 minutes, you have the great quality maybe. Why not use it on stories, posts afterwards, or on your web shop when you showcase a specific product? Like, put it on the web shop.
For sure.
This is great content.
This is something we also preach at Spree, because it's turning your content that you're already investing time and effort into, making that evergreen, making it shoppable. So you can constantly have a return on investment on this. Exactly. So that's a really good point. Now, I just want to quickly, we're about to wrap up, but let's just recap on what we've gone through today. So we have talked about the 3 different tiers. That being the budget-friendly version with a ring light and a cell phone, so you can get very quickly started doing recording content if you wanted to with the most basic setup. And then we've gone through to the next level.
This one.
Exactly, with the mirrorless camera and the lights and the microphones to really up the quality, say again, for a company that's a bit more conscious about their brand. And want to showcase a little bit more on their broadcast. And then lastly, and I think this is the coolest one to talk about, is the 3rd tier, where you guys at Let's Go Live, you actually go out and help customers set up this really advanced equipment to get the highest quality broadcast. That is for those who want to take not just their broadcast to the next level, but also really improve the sort of impression that they get of the brand and the experience overall to deliver that on a high level. So if the viewers watching would like to get in touch with Let's Go Live, how do they do it? Or how do they reach you guys?
We have a website, and of course you can check that out, letsgolive.dk, where you have the possibility to check out what we've done so far. And there's also email addresses, everything, so you can get in contact with us.
That's awesome. And also, I just want to mention as well, we at Spree have resources for how you can get started doing live shows. We have our starter guide. We'll put a link in so you can access this and download the free ebook, just to give further context to how you can get started with what you've learned today, and then actually have an actionable plan for how you can go live. So I think that covers all we wanted to talk about today. Do you guys have any last remarks for the audience?
Just want to say thank you for hosting this live, Jens. It's been great to be part of it.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And this is probably not the last time we're going to collab. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this webinar today, and I hope you learned a little bit more about video content production and the equipment needed. But if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact us. Let's Go Live. We'll be happy to help you into this journey into live shopping. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.